back, y'all. It's Conversations on the Rocks, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Rhythmic Radio. You are now tuned in to Conversations on the Rocks. And it's your favorite host with the most, the coolest host you know, your boy Ice.
And it's your boy Las Vegas. You already know what it is.
Welcome back. Another Monday, 8 p.m. We got another one for you, jam-packed. We got our guest. Shout out to Maria, the realtor. We'll bring her in on a little later. Talk about some real estate and things of that nature. But yeah, man, let's get right into it. No further ado. Let's get in the pregame. Salud.
Alright. So Ice, how your week been, man?
It was a good week. I've been loving the weather's been turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The outside
nice.
about to open up.
That's nice.
I think I'm about to start about to cook out or two, a couple of events. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, everything's been great. I can't complain. I'm excited to be here for another episode of Conversations on the Rocks.
Yeah, this what? Episode 8.
Number eight.
Man. We doing it.
Yeah.
I like it.
How about you, man? How's everything?
Man, my week been good. Honestly, I'm really excited right now. I just called my man Ice. Excuse me. Yeah, today I am so excited to say to my junior, Carlos A. Holman Jr.
Junior.
He just got accepted to NC State.
That's big, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I don't know all the full details. He's been on partying, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't been picking up from
celebrate.
You know what I'm saying? But I know he's got a full ride. He's into the track, and he also is academically good. And you know that's actually a good ass school. Y'all can check that out anytime.
Shout out to your son, man.
Man, I'm proud of him.
Carlos Holman Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that's the man. Hey, man.
That's big, man.
You know,
how you feel about that?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, cause you know I heard the news from my parents or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you know I was trying to be cool, but I was like, dang, like this big as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this my man, he running with my name right now, so I'm proud of him, man. But I know he worked hard, and I will say this, cause you know I try to keep it 100. I did have a good ass baby mama that helped out along with it too, but I just
shout out to your baby mama.
Yeah, I just want to shout her out too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if
I wouldn't back. But I just want to point that out, ladies. That's where the child support money was going the whole time. Like we in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother subject.
We gonna get
whole nother subject. Shout out to the IG. I see you, Tuffy, out there wilding. Rhythmic Radio, but yeah, man, that's big, man. Salute to him.
Man,
I look forward to seeing what's to come and watching some of the track meets, man. I remember you in high school. I think when I was in 9th grade in high school, and you had the same PE class, and you was a senior. I remember you being fast.
Yeah.
And I remember Coach Brown saying some shit like. I didn't get on y'all track
team, but it runs. Yeah.
I remember Coach Brown saying some shit like, "Yeah, look at him. Look at his ankles. You see how small his ankles are." That's how you know he's fast.
I did a little something. Yeah, I did a little something on that.
You remember him saying that?
Nah, for real, I do. Like I said, because you know, him was my last year anyway. But before I got there, you know, the last 3 years, I was actually on the track team down south. My daughter ran track, my dad ran track. You know, like,
so it's in the blood.
It's in the family, man. So, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Something else I wanted to talk about in the pregame. Is there's this movie that's been going around getting a lot of attention. It's called Girl in the Basement. It's actually based on a true story. I just want to touch real quickly on this. I have not seen this yet, but this damn story is wild as shit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
You can tell me about this.
So the short story is this guy's he's got at least I think 3 kids of his own. One of them he takes at the age of 15 or 16, locks her in the basement, his own daughter, locks her in the basement for 20-odd years. Through these 20-odd years, she's been beat, molested, and raped, you know what I'm saying, and ended up even having babies.
What the fuck?
Right. You can say it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so one of the crazy things, like, I have not seen this, but just talking to certain females that have seen this, it's a lot of females very disturbed about this movie. It disturbs me even when I heard the story. Like, who the fuck? Because, like, for 20 years, you have to imagine as a father, or as the mother, your daughter, which they said ran away, she's been missing, so we didn't know where she was. This whole time, she been right underneath your feet.
And the mother didn't go in the basement for 20 years?
And see, but because I haven't seen the story, I don't know where he put this, but still, if you had that much control that you can tell your wife or your husband or kids, like, nobody can go in the basement, and nobody knew about this shit.
Right.
Dog. So she's had babies by him. The wild part about the babies, even when she delivered, however he did it with his sick ass, he made it seem like somebody just abandoned these kids on front of their porch.
So you just drop it off at random people's house.
And you're right. But here's the funny thing though. This happened like 3 times. The 4th time, from what this story I heard, she got her ass beat, so she had a miscarriage.
Oh shit.
Dog, we'd have killed this motherfucker.
Where is this at? Where?
I don't know exactly because I haven't seen it. All I can tell you is this was a true story.
And they made a movie about it.
And then they made it, you know, I mean, but I don't really know what to say right there, but we would have killed your motherfucker and we'd have beat the fuck out you, just to let you know. Yes, I'm admitting that we'd have killed you. Yeah, I did that.
Wild, man.
So that's all I had for pregame. Thank y'all.
But let's leave that right there.
Yeah, right there.
Let's jump into opening shots.
Opening shots.
You know what I mean? Salud. And the first thing, I'm gonna let you lead off, man. It's a lot of...
Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. Today I was watching the trial. We just talked about this on the last episode about George Floyd. Trial started today. The cop's name is Derek Chauvin, I think it is.
Chauvin, yeah.
Chauvin, who even gives a fuck?
Yeah, right, exactly.
His lawyer, which I would love to talk to a lawyer about how you feel comfortable even trying to defend this shit right here. Yeah. I guess it's really about the money that just shows, I guess. But his lawyer wanted to say the reason George Floyd died is because the crowd got too overbearing, if they felt threatened, and because they're worried about their own life. This motherfucker forgot his big ass motherfucking knee is in the back of his fucking neck.
Yeah, nah.
Even though the officer told him
he couldn't breathe, and we hear it on the tape from the girl who was at the court today and filmed it. You heard him say, "I can't breathe." Now, what also bothers me about that is, now they're saying because he couldn't breathe and because we're fearing for our life, not only that, he overdosed.
Right.
He was already on something.
Always gonna put the drugs on shit.
So he was already on something. So me even just leaving it for like maybe another 5 seconds, I guess, I don't know how you count life or how much you can breathe.
Right.
You stupid asshole.
Right.
Fuck you. Like that's...
Nah, I saw Benjamin Crump talking about the case this morning, and it really made me, and I told you this earlier, it made me have a bit of feelings of the OJ case. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to say that to that level, because there was a lot other things going on, a high-speed chase, more people killed, stuff like that. But just the feeling, and I think the high-profile nature of the case, I feel like everybody's gonna be watching this, and so we're gonna always.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that just really like disturbed me. And again, because y'all just gave you $27 million.
They had a 911 operator on there that was watching the video as it was happening, and she called the police on the police. She was like,
and that's what they talked about.
But this doesn't look right.
Right, and it doesn't, and it doesn't. And she said that. She brought that up. Again, I don't care. Honestly, we all heard him say he couldn't breathe. Second of all, there was 5 of you motherfuckers out there. Y'all the damn police. Y'all supposed to be trained for this.
Right.
whether the crowd, and for real, this was actually the calmest crowd we probably seen.
The crowd was like building when he did
exactly, but nobody hopped out, was trying to really like threaten, like y'all was cussing them out, which it should have been. And I mean, he's just there. He's just kneeling on him. So yeah, fuck you. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, man, the past couple of weeks really weak. It's been just like a lot of stories that have been going on with just gun violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Down in Georgia, you got the Atlanta shooting where a couple different spas, some ladies, Asian ladies, were shot up. I guess the guy was going from one spot to another, and I believe 8 people were killed. You know what I'm saying? And then another day, you got an idiot in the grocery store killing 10 people in Colorado. You know what I mean? But I guess like what's going on with us, and we just love guns and we want to go kill people. And,
I don't know if you just that. Are you just that bored at home? Are you just like missing out on excitement or something? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Like to a grocery store, why can't even go buy
right? Like
sandwich.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, like this liable to be anybody here. This is really like a public place. And today you just woke up and said, that's like me calling you Ice and be like, you know what, there? About to go in this grocery store and shoot this whole motherfucking place up.
Shit, wow.
Like, but for what though? Like what statement are you making when you do this? What are you proving when you do this?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's funny, like you just said, I mean, more violence. Something else I want to talk about. Our father and son got into a shootout.
Yeah. I saw that video.
Wasn't that crazy?
I think there's like something missing to the story because they're just in the yard.
Now, I like the way you say that because I want to bring this up.
So for all the viewers,
for all the viewers who have not seen this. The thing was, the son shows up to the father's house with a gun in his pocket. He can see the outline of it. I'm agreeing with our guest right now because in the story it said specifically that the father was very disturbed that he brought this gun into the house. Now here's where the story changes. After he tried to take the gun from him, the father went and got his own gun.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
So you don't want guns into your house, but you have one. Now, no, seriously, think about that. Yeah. Now, honestly, if you're thinking about protection, I get that. But at the same time, if you're a father trying to protect yourself and you've been around guns, that means your son's been around this gun before too. So you should understand, maybe your son is trying to protect himself. Obviously, this was not the case because these motherfuckers got to bucking at each other. So when you see the video, the son is actually walking out of the house. The father got the gun on him. The son, who's out of the picture at this time, fires back. It doesn't show the father firing first. Right. The son did shoot first.
Okay.
Definitely shows that. The father, he's running back, but he's shooting back, goes in the house. The son comes back into the camera. He's dumping into the house, trying to hit him. The father comes out once he gets past, the door, still see him, he's dumping. The father calls the police. Police came and got the son. Then press charges on the father. Like you said, there's something deeper than this. Because again, when they show this report, they made it seem like he doesn't like guns in the house at all.
Yeah.
Alright.
So where was your shit
at? Yeah, man. Gun violence, man. Like, what
you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we just talked about Kurt Franklin cussing his son out. At least Kurt cussed his motherfucking son out.
Right, he didn't take it that far.
He didn't take it this far. Yeah. But I mean, like she said, there is something a little bit more to that story. But that's wild. Like I could never see myself busting him on dad's, Or my own child,
I don't understand that. There's something.
Because something happened in the house for him to pull the gun out. Because obviously, if your son was willing to bust at you outside, he would have busted at you in the house. So something went on inside the house for you to go get your shit. And the father was probably antagonizing him, and then they just pop, pop. Now you scared.
Yeah, this shit wild out here, man. Y'all,
like
y'all kiss y'all loved ones, man. Just know.
We can't do that, man.
Tomorrow is not promised, man, and put the guns down. Dog.
Yeah, but it's sad
because live to be rich, make a lot of money, like travel.
Family shouldn't be trying to kill family.
Like, that's really life for real.
Family shouldn't be trying to kill family. So
we're gonna jump into entertainment, man. I told you it's a lot going on.
Shout out to
Rhythmus Radio.
There's a lot.
You are now tuned in to Conversations on the Rocks.
Yep. What we got for entertainment?
We getting into an entertainment update. Man, I don't want to go there, but I just saw this shit about 2 hours ago. The Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? I never listened to any of his music before other than the Old Town Road.
Oh, man.
And I think Nas did a remix or something. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Okay.
We ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into that. Okay, yeah.
Montero? What's the name?
Montero, something like that, man. This was really...
Let me take a deep breath.
Hey, look, do you want to start? Because I'm going to go with you like...
Okay, I'm going to do it like this. So, one of my homies, he always sends me a whole bunch of, like weirded out, like, extraterrestrial, like conspiracy theories, all wild shit. So he sent me some shit the other day and it's like, yo, you gonna get them Air Max, those devil Air Max 66s? I'm saying, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Then he sends me a picture of them and then also a Lil Nas X, I guess from this video that we're about to be talking about. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to today, I didn't think nothing of it because he sends me so much stuff. You know what I mean? Then you sent me something either today, this morning. I didn't look at it though because I was working. So I'm at work on Tidal, you know what I'm saying, and I happen to be listening to the music via the videos on Tidal. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker. So the videos go through, and somehow I get on to like the top new videos. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it goes. So I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I don't even notice it. It goes into Lil Nas X. And I see a whole bunch of red, devil, like, oh, we in hell and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't turn it away, y'all. I know if you probably listen to this, you probably seen this shit. But all I can say is he's twerking on the devil, and the devil got Air Maxes on. He in here looking dressed as a woman. We got a whole lace front. You know what I'm saying? Like
looking like he got that wop and shit.
Hey yo.
Hey, let me take over from there. When I first seen it, the first thing that I heard from Nas X was the shoes. The 95 Air Max.
Classic shoe, too.
Classic, right? 95, that was that year. And Air Max was that shit. It said Satan shoes. Wasn't with that at all. Like, Mom, if you listening, yes, I was reading my Bible this time. Okay, look, so I saw the shoes. What disturbed me about these shoes is like, they was called Satan shoes for one. Second of all, they had a drop of blood.
Human blood.
Human blood. It said human blood. Then they had the cross for anybody that know, like, the devil worshiping, you know, that circle around that fucking star. It's the main logo on this fucking shoe.
Right.
Then he puts a Bible verse on there that describes when the devil was shunned from God and went down to hell.
I ain't even peeped that joint.
It's Luke something. Honestly, it's on the box. Now, here go the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Nas X. Okay, first off, Nike has already made this very clear.
They ain't with the shit.
That they are not with it. They just lost AGM from West Coast Joe. They not with this shit right now. West Coast Joe has started. So shout out to West Coast Joe. Shout out to him. He probably had it. And that's where it came from. Flag. And was ready to burn. You burn shoes for that dude.
Right.
And jerseys and
it's all everything. But this man came out with the Satan shoes.
Which one of y'all gonna put that in y'all playlist though? Which one of y'all gonna?
I haven't even heard this song. Like I said, I just caught like playbacks. You know, I caught it off another blog. When I saw
about the Lil Nas X shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard the song. When I seen him twerking,
I haven't heard that.
I don't even want to hear it. Exactly. Who wants to hear that? So fuck you, Nas X. Like you tripping, bro. You tripping.
get into some lighter-hearted news. Mike Tyson, Holyfield. There you go. Get them laughs in. Mike Tyson, Holyfield. They got another fight scheduled.
I heard it was canceled again.
May 29th. Is it canceled?
I don't know. I thought I heard today.
I heard.
Is it canceled? Hey, look.
And we get breaking news.
Holyfield ain't built for this shit. Tyson built for this.
Right.
Holyfield's not.
I think he came out and said it was on, and then his team came out and said no.
Holyfield? Yeah.
No, not Holyfield. Tyson's people. Tyson said it was on, and then his team came out.
Oh, is it?
Well,
I don't know.
I heard that today.
You got to update. It was about to be the fight is back. It was on in this.
Who do you think gonna win that joint?
Got a double check.
I think the motherfucker Tyson. Like, to me, he just hearing his name priority makes you.
And look, she said she don't even know. I guarantee it was Holyfield. He said, "Hey man, you sure you want to get this?"
Yeah, look in the mirror.
Yo, you sure? Cause
he can't bite another time.
You got another ear, nigga.
Right.
Yo, that's wild as shit. I actually, be honest, if he was with it, I would actually like to see that joint. Two old motherfuckers going. But Tyson gonna rock his ass though.
Yeah.
Tyson look like I can see that. Like he was just doing this from day one. Like every morning he wake up.
Waiting for them to come back and get in the ring.
Yeah.
Like,
he walk around all the time and just be like, I wish a motherfucker would just
What else we got, man?
The versus battle.
Versus this weekend, huh?
Yes. This is actually going to be a good one.
SWV.
And I will report, I'm pretty sure all of Escape is going to be here. They kind of need it, so Tiny gonna make these appearances.
For a second, we thought it wasn't
gonna make it. And honestly, I am here to say, like, we haven't heard nothing too much more about it. I don't know how much they're more digging into that stuff. As far as with Tiny and Tip, if you haven't heard it, you're gonna have to go back and listen to the playbook because we already talked about it. But this is gonna be a good one. And for all
old school R&B, right?
And for real, for all of us in this building right now,
SWV's gonna win.
Okay. You think so?
I think so.
I think so too. But no, honestly, because of everybody in this building, we grew up on them, so this is gonna be good. And me and I just talked about it again after SWV and Escape.
Yeah. Get your cookout, get your charcoal, get your linen suits.
Isley Brothers, man.
You know what I'm saying? Get your open-toe sandals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm excited about this.
I'm really excited about that shit too.
Like, when I thought I was excited about the Gucci and the Jeezys.
It's a different level.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This one is going to be so, because these were the songs your parents was playing 100%. While you was in the house. Or when the family came, exactly. You know, or when the family came over, like this was that thing.
It gives you the nostalgia feeling.
Because like now, I think about like this. Later on, if we can do later on versus battles, you know, like I guess as when our kids is coming up, it's gonna be like the electric slide versus the cha-cha slide.
Okay. Dances and shit?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get to that point. Okay. Because there's a lot of dances coming on. I'm predicting it now, so Swiss, Timbo, don't run off with my fucking idea because I just said it now.
Send that check?
Yeah, send that check. I said it now. But, it goes into that. But, I mean, like I said, our generation, the fact that, like we just said, Ozzy Brothers and the Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be that's going to be so bad, dog. We definitely got to cook out for that. Like I told y'all, ain't nobody going to work Monday.
100%.
Ain't nobody going to work Monday.
On a side note, DJ Drama said he wants versus smoke with anyone. So, who would you? A lot of people want to see him and DJ Clue because they feel like that's the closest match as far as like mixtape records and shit.
DJ Drama won't be DJ Clue, man. And I fuck with DJ Clue. I feel like he was Desert Storm.
Right.
I know he brought him out, all that shit. Like, out. Yeah. You was with the Rockefeller tour, all that shit. I don't know if y'all remember the backstage movie when they did all that shit.
Yeah, it's a classic.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. DJ Clue and DJ Drama is probably not. Hold on. I maybe take that back, because maybe they got exclusive records that we didn't hear if it didn't come from them. But they got to dig deep in the crates for that one.
Yeah. I mean, they got some shit.
No, you can't just bring out new shit because, like, DJ Drama still doing new shit now.
No, you definitely gotta do the Jeezy, the Lil Wayne.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even when Jeezy and Wayne was coming out, where was DJ Clue? Wayne and Jeezy wasn't on no DJ Clue shit.
He wasn't as hot, but he's like more early 90s.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they got deep in the crates. Because you was still with Rockefeller when it was Beans, all of this shit like that.
100%.
DJ Drama got Wayne, nigga. You can't compare Wayne to the old Rockefeller.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can't do that. It would be a nice look, but I don't think that's his thing. You gotta pick another DJ.
I mean, they gotta do it.
The other DJ, I mean, I think off the top is like DJ Khaled, but I think DJ Khaled would definitely overshadow DJ Drama. He would definitely smoke him out.
More recent. And
you know what I'm saying? But he could probably hang with him, but he's not gonna win. He wouldn't win. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't win.
Great versus DJ Khaled then. With DJ.
But you know, I think after a while you're gonna have to do that, right? You're gonna have to do the old versus new. You're gonna have to.
Sometime you want, yeah.
And that's gonna be a good look. And then I think that's just good for the culture. So I would love to hear that. One more thing before we get into it, because we got our guests.
Yeah.
If nobody ever remembers, which I probably do remember, the white boy, he was a YouTube sensation. He was the first white boy to walk into some black neighborhood and say, yesterday I ain't have time, but today I got time, cuz.
He was like a big meme or whatever. He was a
big meme, man, and he went hard, I say that, because I don't know wherever he was at. They wasn't my peoples. They wasn't in the So he did that. Yeah, they wasn't around here. Got shot up at a tire store. You know what I'm saying? Because this meme or this video that came out was exactly pretty much 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's old. Obviously he went too hard on somebody and they shot his ass up.
Damn.
So, I mean, sad to hear the man gone, but you know, when we saw that video, we'd have beat your motherfucking ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where that's at, but sorry to hear that you're gone. Obviously you went too hard. I don't know the whole details, but they just said he was just at a tire shop. Somebody rolled up on him, shot his ass up. And if you saw the video, we could just probably imagine how he was going off of these views, and you was probably the toughest thing, and you thought you was tough. So you probably did that.
That tough guy energy, man. I want to live long. You know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
You know what I mean? I feel like that. I want to see my kids have kids. You know what I'm saying? I want to grow old, get gray hairs and all that. So.
And I'm glad you said that, because like I think, you know, that should be the point, because like shit, he's way younger than us. Right. Like way younger.
Right.
And your life is done because you wanted to be a tough guy. Y'all young niggas, stop doing that shit. Young people, for real, all around. Stop doing that shit. Stop putting everything on the internet and stop trying to prove to everybody you the toughest thing out.
Also, stop telling on yourself. Do that.
Can we stop doing? When are we gonna stop doing that? Cause it's
hard. Me, and I'm not including it.
Hey, look, no, I ain't saying you. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying, because you make a good point. How hard is it to prove this tape in court? You know, back in the day, you could laugh like, man, I went in.
Right.
Now, everybody had video. And you got your one friend in the background.
Live on
hey, yo, nigga, get beat his ass, nigga. Still caught. So when you look stupid and went high, trying to be hard, I ain't do it. Nigga, there's a tape right here that's viral. Like, I just got this from a bum off the street.
That shit wild. That shit wild. Well, yeah, man, a lot going on in the world, entertainment. We can't even cover it all. But,
we got some more. We'll bring that up again.
We're gonna transition to our next segment. But shout out to Rhythmix Radio. Everybody tuned in on the IG, YouTube, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? If you're not following us, make sure you follow us. We got some contests coming up for the month of April. So stay tuned for that. We giving away merch. We giving away bottles, money. We giving away a whole bunch of stuff. So. Make sure y'all stay tuned, y'all subscribe to the page. Shout out to Grow Shop, everybody in the IG. Shout out to Eversmith Organics, you know what I mean, for all your sea moss, gel, and health benefits. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us on online, eversmithorganics.com, as well. We're on Amazon. Just check the reviews yourself, man. Come check it out. But you are tuned in to Conversation on the Rocks, and we about to get into last call with a good friend. I've known her for some time. Maria, she's been doing real estate, and she's an agent and a realtor. Now she's actually branched off into another revenue stream. We'll get into all of that in a second. But let's get into the last call.
Let's go.
Appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to get into. So, can you kind of talk about what agency do you work with?
So
I know that you work for so many. You work for Samson, and do you still work for Samson Properties?
No, we left Samson in 2017
Okay.
and moved over to Keller Williams Capital Properties. And we have several offices around DC and Northern Virginia, right on south of Stafford. Samson was a great company, and it's just like Keller Williams. We just moved over at that time.
Okay. So, and what you do, you're an agent. You've been an agent for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
But is that all you do? And if you can kind of like at least talk us through like what that all entails.
So probably in about it was 2017. I started doing transaction coordinating for my team, just as an additional stream of revenue.
Okay.
It's always good to have more than one stream of revenue.
That was free game for you. Make sure you diversify your
so I started doing, generating the offers, and the agents reviewing, and then it goes to their clients.
Okay.
And then we send them out, and I got my LLC established in 2019 after doing that for about a year.
Yeah.
And decided to make a business of it. So I do it exclusively right now just for my team.
Okay. Okay. So that's exciting. So you kind of paved your own way. And shout out to it is still Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women out there, and you actually sound like you're making history yourself. But so you actually walked away from corporate America?
I did. Not by choice. I was a government contractor for many years. And then I got laid off in November of, I think it was 2013.
Okay.
It was 2013. But before even getting laid, I had already started to look into getting my real estate license. I had taken the class. I've had a passion for real estate since I was a little girl. I would draw like little floor plans of houses. Wow. When we bought our house, back in the early 90s, my parents, I loved going to see all the new homes, the model homes, and going to see I've always just had a passion for it. So after having kids and, going to work early in the morning, coming home late at night, bath, dinner, I decided it was time for me to do something that I had more control of my schedule, and so I got into real estate.
Okay.
I like that. One question I do have for you. So once you get your realtor's license, is this good in every state that you go to, or do you have to be licensed in each state?
So when you take the test, you take a national portion, which is for the whole country, and then you take a state portion. So I have my license in Virginia, DC, you have to apply for reciprocity, and then you just take the state portion of their test.
Okay, and that makes sense because I'm actually an HVAC tech by trade. So I know every county or like state will have their own, stuff in there. But I didn't know as far as like that, if you can go. Okay, and how's the market been so far?
It's been crazy, even in spite of COVID. Interest rates were low before the pandemic hit, which was pushing out a lot of people refining their homes, pushing in a lot of new buyers who maybe couldn't have afforded to purchase before with the higher interest rates. And then COVID hit, we had maybe like a week slowdown, and then it took off from there. A house comes on the market, it's gone within a day or two, and it's got multiple offers. They're usually no contingencies and way over list price. So.
Okay. Another question I wanted to ask you. So, like, because you are a realtor, I'm sure you sell to close to like brand new homes to like older homes. So, as far as with the market, has it been harder to sell like the brand new home, like just, what I'm saying?
No, a lot of buyers are now being pushed to new construction. New construction, it kind of slowed down a little bit, but because there's so limited inventory, a lot of buyers now are just going with new construction.
And with the older homes, has like the market went down or has it
No,
went
they're
up?
still It's
still
on the market
same
today,
shit.
it's gone
Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
gone tomorrow. Okay.
So why should people buy a house, would you say, or can you say, versus renting?
With renting, you can't write off that rental income. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. With owning a home, you're paying yourself. You're creating generational wealth, whether it be a house you want to use later as an investment property when you move on to another house, or a house that you want to pass down to your kids. It's once that house is paid off, well, you have the value of what it's worth. And you're able to write off mortgage interest and everything else on your taxes. If you work from home, you can write off some additional parts of your mortgage on your taxes as well.
Okay. On our IG, shout out to Conversations on the Rocks IG. You can also follow us on YouTube and Facebook. On IG, one of our homies, a previous guest, Bobby Boucher, he actually had a question for us. And that was, where can first-time home buyers get information they need to kind of get started?
You can check the Virginia Housing website. They have a lot of good programs, loan programs for first-time home buyers, which are usually interconnected with local lenders. And then I also have a packet that I can send that goes over the home buying process, how to get pre-qualified, the things that happen throughout the home buying process.
Could you kind of shout it really quickly, like how they can reach out to you?
They can reach me at Maria V. Johnson Realtor at Instagram. I can be reached at 202-643-4225, and then also my email, mariavjohnson22@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Okay. And if you don't catch it tonight, you can also follow us on Conversation on Rocks. Because we follow her as well, so you can look her up on there.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So another question I wanted to ask you, well, I'm gonna leave that one for later. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Because I have another question behind that.
I work with two of my partners are developers, so I am kind of shadowing them and getting what I need to know down as far as flipping, doing condo conversions and things like that. So I would like to be a full-time investor within the next 5 years.
Okay. Now flipping, because I watched the HGTV.
It's not the same.
But that's what I wanted to ask. You know what I'm saying? Because like on the HGTV they make it seem like that. So how different is that from what is really the process on that?
So you need to find a property that makes sure you have enough equity in it, so when you complete the repairs, you're going to be able to pay yourself on the back end too. You need to find a hard money lender if you don't have cash. Most investment properties usually require cash or hard money. A lot of them, depending on the condition. If you want to find, one that you're going to be gutting. You're not going to be able to get financed for a conventional or FHA loan unless it's a 203K.
Yeah. Okay. Now, have you had to go through that process as far as repairing, and what was the process? You're a realtor, so have you bought property and repaired it and sold it yourself?
I have not myself, no, but my partners have, and they do this all the time. They have an 8-unit condos that are coming on the market on Kennedy Street towards the end of the spring. We have 2 row houses, one in Northeast and one in Northwest, that they're also rehabbing that will be coming on the market too later this year.
Is that something you're looking into?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So as far as we're currently in Prince William County, how does this area shake up with the rest of the DMV? Because you're licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, is that right?
It's pretty much the same all around the DC area as far as homes coming on the market. The values from this time last year to currently have increased. I brought some notes. So in March 2020, the listed median value in Prince William County was $419. As of February, this past February, it was $449.
Damn. Okay. I like that. Well, I wanted to say from the COTR game, very proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for, for everything you do.
Actually, I got a couple more questions and shit. One of them is you kind of mentioned the benefits of owning a home. Is owning a home still the American dream, would you say?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think being able to own a home, do things that you want to do inside of it, be able to customize it the way that you want to, versus when you're renting, you can't paint, you additions and things like that. But I think that it's still the American dream.
Okay.
And I think that especially with the interest rates being low, it's opened the market and the pool to a lot of new buyers.
So, speaking of the current market, and I mean, we've been in the pandemic for the past year, in almost 13 months now.
Mm-hmm.
How has I guess this area, but I guess just overall real estate been doing in the pandemic?
The pandemic hasn't really affected at least this area at all. It's created a limited supply. A lot of people being stuck in a house for so long. Many living in smaller homes decided, hey, I can work from home now. We're just too many of us in here. We need more space. Decided to purchase bigger homes. Some have moved out further south, more land.
Yeah.
So it's really driven the real estate market more, I would say.
Huh?
Actually, let me ask you something. Cause I don't know how much you watch the HGTV and all that stuff. But I love it. I love it. But no, honestly, because these smaller homes are actually coming into like play as far as like real estate. How do you feel about that?
You talking about the tiny homes?
Yes.
I think those are cute. Some people like, small, they live simple lives, they don't have much.
Right.
Some people, want big, lavish houses. So I really think it just depends on, what your likes are and what it is that you're looking for in a home.
Now, do you have market for that?
I have not seen the market in this area for the tiny homes, but that would be something definitely to look in.
No, honestly, I'll tell you like this. It's really like dorm living, but I mean, the way motherfuckers is really like charging a lot of shit that's going on.
Right.
Like, maybe for like, honestly, maybe for like a single, like if you're single and like to be on the move a lot, this would probably be perfect. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But think about what you pay for a studio nowadays.
Yeah.
You got something that you can probably drag along with you once you buy it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think that, yeah.
The interest rates being so low, it makes sense to buy because a lot of the time your mortgage payment is going to be less than what you're probably paying in rent.
Exactly. And I like that.
So,
I like that.
one of the last questions I have for you. Anybody who maybe in your position 7 years ago, aspiring to be a realtor, what kind of advice could you give them in this current state if they wanted to jump out there?
A lot of people think I'm just going to go take the test and get my license and I'll be a realtor and make money, and it's not that easy.
That's what everybody
It's a very self-driven business. If you're not producing, you're not calling leads, you're not doing work, you're not making money. So you want to make sure that you're, especially if you're coming in new to the business, you position yourself around people who are knowledgeable, who you don't learn, what it is to be an actual realtor in the real estate class. You're learning laws and legalities and everything else.
You gotta take that seriously.
You need the real home experience to become a realtor, and every transaction is different. Now sometimes they don't all go smoothly. It's all about how you balance and making sure that you can work under stress, because you're dealing with someone's largest purchase that they're probably ever going to make. So you want to make sure that.
Yeah. And I like that because, like you said, just going from state to state, you have to learn everything that comes along with that. So before we let you go, I want to bring up another question that I want to start asking everybody. What would you tell the younger you?
Save more money. Save more money.
Okay.
Because like I said, real estate's a self-driven business. So especially getting started, you don't get paid until you close on a house. So that can take anywhere from 30 to 45 days, depending on the type of transaction. If it's a short sale, it could be, longer. So I would say if you're going to take a leap out in being an entrepreneur, just make sure that you have like reserves saved.
I like that question. Why you in my notes? Because that was my question.
Don't be like, hey man,
what's going on?
Hey, because we vibing off each other. You've been pushing me. So what would you say?
I got two more questions.
Okay, I got What would you tell the younger Ice? Cause I told her the story about the Ice Man before. What would you tell the younger Ice?
I think that's a great question. I never been asked that. What would I tell my younger self, man? I would say be patient. You know what I mean? Be patient. Trust your instincts.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Go with your gut.
Yep.
And you know
you gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah.
No one else is gonna. had a lot of people say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" You know,
because it's some shit that I might have fucked up, but I don't feel like you know I fucked up. I probably learned a valuable lesson to. That was way more priceless than anything, you know what I mean?
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's what really made me come up with, because there's really so many answers for this question right here.
It's also depending on
you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, some in your family or just a relative, like you just want to say, or Ice Lotion, I want to have a radio show, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me personally, the thing I mean, like if there's so many answers. Like I want to say, like, tell myself to be a better father, or like you said, save money, or listen to my parents more when they was trying to teach me and tell me all that stuff like that. So that I want to keep that as a good question like that. But I mean, me personally, I would probably say maybe be a better father. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so young and just didn't know. You know what I mean? And just thought it was just cool to have a mini me.
Yeah. And
just want them to be like me, but at the same time, like, you're not like all the way grown yet. So like,
but the key to that is, you know what I'm saying? You can still, we can all.
But you made a good point. Like we can make a, we can make a difference.
We said and do it
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And we can make a difference. And also with that being said, like you said, we've all made mistakes, and look where we are now.
So, that's another reason making it.
But we don't want this maybe for our kids.
Right.
We want them to experience it on their own, and don't get me wrong, I'm nervous because shit,
they got to learn them lessons.
Because you
take
can't,
some of this wisdom
exactly.
well with your ass.
But you know, kids ain't gonna listen to. You're liable to listen to your uncle or your mom's best friend before you listen to your mom.
Right. I mean,
just like my kids probably more liable to listen to Ice before they listen to me. And Ice gonna say it the same way, he just said it differently.
So getting back to, I got a couple more questions and we'll leave out of here. Shout out to Rhythmic Radio. Every Monday nights, 8 p.m., you're going to be tuned in to Conversations on the Rocks, man. We always going to start the week off right for you. You know, Mondays, everybody get a case of the Mondays. Hopefully Monday evening you get a little, you know what I'm saying, something to sip and help you keep going throughout the week and you tuned in to us. One of my last questions I have for you is, what is the difference between an agent and a realtor? And is there a difference? And on top of that, it's a double loaded. This is a double whammy. Is it realtor? Let everybody out there know. Is it realtor or realtor?
It's realtor.
It's realtor.
Yeah. And the difference between an agent and a realtor is has an association with the National Association of Realtors. An agent doesn't. And in some areas in Virginia, I think further south, like near Virginia Beach, they don't have to be a member of an association. Here in this area, we've got a couple of different associations depending on where you live and where your office is. So you join that association, like Virginia has, this area has PWAR, which is Prince William Association of Realtors, and then there's NVAR, Northern Virginia Association of Realtors, just in Virginia. So you join them, and then they give you a subsequent association membership with NAR.
Okay, I didn't know that, so you learn something new every day. Shout out to that. And I saw this on your page, and I figured why not ask you this before we roll out, which is, if you can move anywhere, where would you relocate?
For me,
we're gonna go around the room too.
That's a good question.
Yes, I would love to live in Europe, but not just in one place. I would love to live around Europe.
So you're going over